Hello, everybody. It's Michael Finkley with The Michael Finkley Show.
And I'm Nicole with Conversations with Nicole. You can join me Wednesdays at 9 a.m. on all of my streaming platforms.
Well, Nikki, don't forget about The Michael Finkley Show, Mondays, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the CTR Media Network.
Join us.
Make a way. Just when I feel
from the season's hit movie, The Color Purple, is Fantasia, forming Superpower, now available on all streaming platforms.
These lost lands, I kept my faith in us. No way, no days I didn't think about you.
Hi there, I am Lolita Molina. I am an actress, author, advocate, if you will, and you're watching The Michael Finkley Show.
On the next Michael Finkley, Christian artist Jace The Reacher is with us. He talks about how being incarcerated saved his life. Plus, speaker, author Lamar Wilson. Mondays Finkley.
There's a new familiar face this time. Say hello to the new daytime. See it everywhere you go. New and the greatest show. It's no other than the Michael Finkley Show. There is no other. He's like no other. I'm so glad that someone resonates with me. Come celebrate with me. It's
Welcome back to the Michael Finkley Show. Now, y'all, my next guest, he is a gospel artist, gospel rapper. He's a speaker. He's a motivator. He's a writer. He's an actor. On the list continues, but he has a story behind each of those, I'm definitely sure. He is Jace The Reacher. How are you?
I'm doing well. How you doing, brother?
I am super well, fantastic. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Okay.
We'll go with that. And I'll tell you, before we got started, I've been watching your story for a while. I've been watching you and what you're doing in music and what you're doing in speaking and motivating those around you, because you have a story and I feel that you're inspired by your own story. So that's why you share it. That's why you tell it. And so we're going to dive right into it. So what does your name mean?
My name, Jace The Reacher. Jace actually means Jesus already conquered evil. Mm-hmm. And the Reacher is rapper / preacher.
Okay, awesome. What are you still reaching for?
I'm reaching to the souls of men and women, and letting them know that, if God saved me, he can save them.
Gotcha. That's a very important message, especially day and time like this. How has your Christianity, because you have a story behind you, we're going to get into that as well. How has your Christianity helped you thus far in your life?
Salvation changed everything. My perspective changed on life, when I accepted Christ, and it's given me the foundation that I always needed. And I tried to find in other things. So it just made me the man that I am today. And the journey is just continues, to grow and prosper.
Mm-hmm. Is that your daily prayer?
Oh yeah, most definitely. My daily prayer, before I even get up and go about my day, I put on the armor of God verbally, and I just I read the word. My study habits, I read the word, and my prayer is always just to be the man of God that God designed me to be, and to not box myself in or try to box God in, and let him use me.
Definitely. So again, 2024, right? We need more of him.
Oh,
less of self any day, any day of the week. So your story, I feel that your story starts way before you got incarcerated. What were you like growing up?
I was very smart. I was a nerd. I was smarter than a lot of my peers, but I just didn't know how to, hone that gift, because I was different than a lot of my peers. So it was kind of sheltered. I grew up in a single parent home, just my mom, my younger brother, my older two sisters, and it was just kind of sheltered. We went to my granddad's house here and there, close knit family, and we ended up moving to Baltimore, and that's when things shifted for me. I was introduced to a whole brand new world.
What did that world entail?
I didn't hear you.
What did that world entail?
Oh man, that world was a lot of violence, a lot of drugs, and just a lot of the kids that were around, they had to grow up so much quicker than I was used to. So it was just like my first taste of freedom as a kid, and not knowing how to maneuver without a father being in the household. And I ran the streets. I ran the streets.
So at what point did you go from that point of your life to actually being incarcerated?
Oh man, we're talking about maybe when I graduated, because I got kicked out of school. I went to one of the best schools in the country, City High School, but I didn't apply myself. Didn't know how to utilize to the intelligence. So I did graduate down here in something, South Carolina. I did 1 year in high school, graduated, and that right there, deciding not to go to college or do something after high school, is what shifted into running the streets more, getting involved with the drugs and, just the gangs and just all kind of different things in the streets. And it ended up just making bad decision after bad decision, running from what I know God was calling me to do, which is be close to him. And next thing I know, I looked up and the bad decisions landed me in jail.
What were some of those bad decisions?
Man, just not really thinking about the consequences of my actions, dumbing myself down. Number one, running from God, and just getting involved with the easy way to get money, the easy way to be seen as a boss or whatever it may be. Just running with the wrong group of people. And I think that was one of the key points. Just not really being involved with a core group of people that actually I could be held accountable to, who are actually going in the right direction.
Yeah. So you're in prison now because these bad decisions. And many people may look at your situation and say, oh, he just found jailhouse religion. And I know that's not the case. So explain that process to us.
Oh, that's a good question. I dealt with that, the jailhouse religion thing. But I had tried everything. Even when I was on the streets, I had situations that happened to me where I knew God was real and he was calling me. I could feel it. I just couldn't see through the fog and find out how to actually get salvation and become who he called me to be. So somebody gave me a Bible my second day of incarceration, and I saw Jesus written on the door. So that moment I accepted Christ. Lord, I'm in the worst position of my life. I've tried everything else. I'm going to try you. At that moment, I was praying. I was on the second floor, which all the gangbangers and the people who weren't doing right inside of the jail, they were at. While I was praying, the CO came to got me. And he said, we got to move you from here. We're going to take you somewhere else because we're going to paint this room. And I ended up getting in a room with a brother that was really, we became like brothers. But I started studying that word. And the word changed me from the inside out. My perspective started to change. I gave up rapping and everything, but God gave it back to me. I want you to rap, but I don't want you to curse anymore. I want you to glorify me. I don't want you to use the N-word anymore. So it was a process of where I did 9 years and 4 months. All of that took out those negative things that I had spent years putting into me.
Wow. What else did you learn about yourself in the sense of your craft, your gifts, your talents that you probably tapped into while you're incarcerated?
Absolutely. I learned that I was a great storyteller because God had given that to me. When I was younger, I actually won an award when I was like in the 5th grade for storytelling, but I got away from that because, who does storytelling? Who writes, when you're in the hood and stuff like that? And, even in high school, it was the same thing. I started to have dreams about different things. Just to be honest, I had a dream about this child about to be molested, and I woke up and I started writing. And it became a song called Bianca's Story. And so God was just letting me know that I gave you a gift to write and to vocally speak so you can be a voice for the voiceless, for people who can't tell their story.
Wow. With that response of that project, what was that like?
Oh, man, the people loved it. And I saw healing because it was like a combination of people that, women that I knew and, women I've never met, of course. And it was just like a compilation of all of their stories together, and I've seen tears. I've seen women just really just release and hugs and all kind of things. So it was a great response, and that's the first song that I released when I got out of prison.
Wow. So when were you released?
I was released in 2020, July 31st, 2020. 2020.
the pandemic. How did life change for you, like mentally, physically, emotionally, when you walked through those doors as a free man?
Man, it was like I had been back there so long. There were so many things I didn't show about myself. A lot of people didn't even know I did music because where I was at, giving more of yourself, it caused more hatred towards you. It caused more humiliation and shame. So I hid a lot just in the writing and in my bunk and just in myself. So when I got out, the transition was like just like that. There was no balloons or nothing. You're out here. So it took me a minute to realize there were certain things that I as a man can do. You know, I was sitting in the house for a while, like I was still sitting inside of a prison cell, and I had to start to expand and broaden my viewpoint and perspective to realize, like, yeah, you're free now. And Christ and the Word of God helped me to maneuver that transition.
Gotcha. So as a free man, 2020, well, what, 4 years ago now, what was the first thing you did?
I embraced my family, of course, my little brother, my sister, my mom. And we got in the car. I sat on the couch at the house. And I just kind of tried to take it all in. My beautiful woman, she took me to a hotel, and that was the first time I slept on a bed, in the real bed, in years. Yeah. And that's really where I relaxed and just realized that I had to take things slow. So just spending time with family was number one.
Gotcha. No, it's nothing like family, I tell you. Nothing like family at all. And so as a proclaimed artist, right? You're an artist, you're a speaker. Not only you're an artist, but you're a Christian rapper, right? What makes you different in ministry than the norm that you see behind the pulpit each and every Sunday?
Well, that's a good question. I'm gonna tell a quick story. I remember being in Baltimore City. I was walking up Monument Street, which is a prominent street in Baltimore, and I saw it was like three white women, and they were evangelizing in the middle of the city. And I noticed people weren't paying attention to them. And once I got out, I realized I looked the way that I look for a reason. I rap the way that I rap for a reason. So I didn't just get saved, accept Christ, and I'm somebody totally different. My past is going to be used as a tool to help those who are going through what I'm going through or on their way. So I realized that God set me up like that. There's no reason for me to be ashamed for any of the things that I went through, because my voice can reach those in the streets who are selling dope, who are in the gangs, who are not able to, they don't even go to church. I can bring it to them. So God just like really showed me how much he loved me to choose me to be a vessel, even with all of the mistakes that I made in the past.
Oh, wow. That's definitely powerful. That's powerful, and especially learning that about ourselves, right, in this day and time, because we learn and grow and improve each and every day. So to have that mentality, right, to continue to go on and be our best selves, that's powerful. Yeah. That's definitely powerful. When you write your songs, do they heal you?
You said when I write my songs, what now?
When you write your songs, do they heal you?
Oh, I thought that's what you said. They do. And I learned that, which is crazy because I've been writing for a long time. This new album that I just put out called Activate.
Yes.
I dropped it on December 31st.
Mm-hmm.
And I was going through so much inwardly. It was like a struggle within me. I didn't know what was going on. And I went to the house and I was online, and, I ran across a beat on Instagram from a producer that I deal with called DJ Payne 1. And when I heard the beat, words started to flow out of me. And I realized this ain't just for you. I mean, for them, this is for you as well. So the therapy started to happen. And, I fell in love with God more, and I fell in love with the music more.
Hey, man. And so let's dive deeper into it, because you start right on it. Right, your new album, Activate. So what was the process behind this? And when we're listening to it, what message do you want the listeners to get from it?
Mm-hmm. Okay. The process. This is the first album where I actually wrote more in the process, because I wrote hundreds of songs while I was incarcerated. And my first couple of albums and singles you'll hear, I wrote a lot of the songs, I put them to the beats. And this one, it was a healing process for me. Once Activate, that song came out that one night, it just grew into something else. And basically, it's just a call to actually walk in whatever gift God has given you and stop procrastinating with it. Stop putting it off, because as we see, things are getting worse and worse. They're not going to get any better. So it's just a call for those who are leaders, those who are in Christ, those who are coming to Christ. Let's stand up, let's unite, let's lock arms and play your part as whatever part of the body of Christ you are. It's time to play your part. So that's basically the gist of it.
Yes, I love it. I love it. And a timely message, definitely a timely message. And then all that you do, and with your speaking and your writing, and your rapping, are you proud of yourself in this stage in your life?
I'm super proud of myself. And I'm just so thankful that I got a chance to live. That's why I'm so focused, because I know for a fact I'm here to glorify God and to do these things. I just had a friend that was murdered not too long ago, probably about 3 days ago. And I was out on that same block that he was for many years. And he was always in and out of jail, but he was a good guy, good guy. You wouldn't think he would have got murdered. And eventually his time was up. So when I think about those things and I was doing worse than him, I'm just really, really thankful. And I'm so proud that I belong to Christ. I belong to God. And I can say that I got to, not only I have a true second chance, but I'm utilizing it to the best of my ability. So most definitely.
I love the way you acknowledge God, because we can't do anything without him. You know, I'm a man of faith myself, and I tried him for myself, as the older folk used to say, and I found that he was a friend. What has he done for you lately?
Oh, man, that's a good question. You know, being an independent artist, finances, you know, is something that you have to, you know, I pay for everything. You know how it goes. Not even just independent artist, just an entrepreneur. You know how it goes. So it's always that moment where it's like, okay, things is looking a little shaky. You want me to do this? I need the funds. So I was down to, you know, less than what I usually had. And then more opportunities presented themselves. You know, I got a message from Mr. Michael Finkley, you know, and a couple other people. So it was like he was showing me that there's more motion going on when you have less, because it's not about what you have tangibly. It's about who you have. So that's what he's been showing me lately.
Love it. I love it. Sometimes we get so busy in life, right? We just have to sit down sometimes. It's like, okay, God, what do you really want me to do? Right? Well, because I want to always follow your will, because if I follow my own, I mess it up.
Mm-hmm.
I messed up each and every time. 2024, right? Wow, January, right? And this year is going and going and going. What are you looking most for in 2024 for you, your business, your ministry? What are you looking most forward to?
I'm just looking to spread, you know, the gift God gave me into more households. Definitely looking to travel soon and just go to the West Coast, up East Coast, different things, just to get this gift out even more. Because I put in a lot of work by the grace of God. I got 3 albums out, 19 singles. You know, a lot of things have happened. So now it's like, okay, you've done a lot. So let's focus on the promotion and marketing. So that's the main thing with me, and just networking and meeting good people of Christ. You know, seeing the world as a man of God now. You know, that's the main thing.
Definitely. And because my best friend always says it, our words are listening, so it has to happen. It has to happen. What keeps you motivated and going? Because you mentioned, you know, the finance aspect, you know, that can be kind of hard and all the things that go along with that. What keeps you motivated and going to say, you know what, I got to go. I got to keep striving. I got to get going.
I mean, there's a couple of things. You know, I got a good circle, good family. My relationship with Christ, of course, the word of God. You know, be not weary in well doing, for you shall reap if you faint not. And just knowing that I was incarcerated for that long, and I was told what I had to put on, what I had to eat, where I had to go, working for free. Those things have never left me, and I don't think they ever will. So I take those negative memories and use those as, you know, fuel to just keep on pushing, keep on going.
All right, keep pushing, keep going. That's all you can do, right? That's all you can do because there's a ministry on your head. So you got to go. You got to go. Tell us one more time, how can we listen to the new album, Activate, and how can we follow you on social media?
Awesome, awesome. Okay, so you can listen to the album Activate on any streaming platform under Jace The Reacher. Some of them is J.A.C.E. The Reacher. I'm on all platforms, Spotify, music. My TikTok is Jace The Reacher. My YouTube channel, Jace The Reacher. Go like, subscribe. My Facebook is Jace The Reacher and Jace TR. I have 2 pages, and my Instagram is promo Jace The Reacher and Jace The Reacher. Hit me up, DM me. We can talk. We can, we can build.
All right, let's build together. Jace The Reacher. Definitely gonna build, my brother. Thank you for being with us. You got to come back. You got to come back. You're part of the family now, the Fink fam. So you got to come back, sir.
Man, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're so welcome. Fink fam, don't go away. Back in a moment.
What's going on, beautiful people? My name is Prince Hortboom, and I play Jacob in Fatal Seduction, and you guys are watching the Michael Finkley Show.
Next, Finkley. Southern country artist Bailey Marie is back, Fink fam, and she performs Monday. Hello, everybody. It's Finkley from the Finkley Experience. We're an educational consulting firm that specializes in first-generation education. So we assist students with their college and career endeavors. We train school administrators on the state of first-generation students. And also, we partner with colleges and universities to assist their first-generation population for easy transition from high school to college. So if you're looking for a presenter or speaker that presents on these topics and so much more, visit our website at thefinkleyexperience.com and learn about all that we do. We're looking forward to working with you. Hey, welcome back to the Michael Finkley Show. Now, y'all, my next guest, I tell you, this one right here, I tell you, we just met not too long ago, but I tell you, our energy of the positivity that between us just mashed together. And I tell you, he is a brother now. Like, believe it or not, you are a brother now. He is a student, personal development consultant, also a motivational speaker, and he's an author as well. Lamar Wilson, how are you?
Thank you. I'm doing good. How's everybody?
Oh man, we are doing good over here, and like we talked about before, the weather. So the weather gets better, off and on. But but yeah, thank you so much for just being with us. And like I said, we just met not too long ago. Had a conversation over the phone, and it was, I feel like, one of the best of the year thus far for me because your energy is crazy. You are doing some amazing things. You're positive. You're genuine. I can go on and on and on and on. But I'm just saying that you're fantastic, sir. So please don't change.
Thank you.
Please don't.
No.
Change. Please don't change.
No, I won't. I promise I won't. I won't.
So how would we describe when we look at you? How would we, as a person that is just meeting you, how would you want to be rememberable as Lamar Wilson?
I want to be remembered as that person that I left a mark on your life. When you meet me, that I spoke life into you. I gave you a different view, insight. I want you to know that, whatever area you are lacking in, whatever area you feel that, I just gave up. This is just not going to work. I want you, when you meet me, I want you to leave with me that I left something so impactful that you have no choice but to change the way you think, the way you feel. And that is my mission, to leave my mark, leave my legacy with everybody. So the day that you feel like you don't want to get up, if I was standing in front of Lamar, he would tell me to get up. So I'm going to get up.
Oh my word. I feel that sometimes that's the hardest question to answer because even when you were saying that, I'm like, oh my gosh, how would I answer that question too? Because again, we want to do so much, right? We want to leave that mark. We want to, make sure the person next to us, you good? You all right? You're straight? In that right. And that goes into so many different levels. How did this journey begin with you? You speak, you're an author, you're a consultant. How did this work start off with you?
It started really just being in a dark place. Um, I would consider myself in a place where I just felt like settlement. I'm content, and I was okay with that. I was numb to that. I was maybe this close from losing my marriage, losing my family, my job. I lost my mom. My mom had an aneurysm, and my dad, he overdosed. I lost my older brother to a heart attack. My uncle 3 days after my birthday. Um, and then losing my job, and now I'm going to court. I'm fighting for my kids, and then I just felt like that's it. This is I don't. There's no turning point. What I thought I did everything right, and then when it hit me is when speaking to my uncle and all these plans I had when I just thought my life was getting on track, and then all of a sudden my uncle passed away. The only uncle I have in this world, the only male figure I had in this world, passed away. I went to PA, stay with my sister because I couldn't take it no more. I mean, my my wife, we're not seeing eye to eye. My kids see me as a weekend dad. My job, I'm working a temp job. My house is ready to be foreclosure. It's just so much stuff going on, and God put me on my knees, and He said, "I need you to let go of your addiction. You have an addiction. You're putting yourself out there as something that you're not." And when I let go, and He wanted me to let go of social media, that was my addiction. I would spend $300 on a phone bill just to be on social media, where I barely had heat, I barely had water in my house, but I had my phone. And when I I gave up social media, I started going to church. I started getting closer to God. God brought my family back, got me to move out the house that it pretty much was just a box. I got out, moved down to Florida. He brought my family back, and he told me, "I'm gonna give you this. I'm gonna give you this one chance. If you mess this up, I'm gonna help you, but it's gonna be in a different direction. It's not gonna be the one you want. And I want you to take this information, and I want you to tell this testimony to anybody out there. I don't want you to. If you keep this to yourself, you're being selfish. You're being selfish, and you're letting me down."
What does being a consultant, a speaker, and an author, what do these things do for you?
One, the author side just hit me because my son, my son told his friends a couple of weeks ago, "Oh, my dad wrote a book," and they was in the house. "Oh, he did." He's like, "Oh, it's right there." "Oh, he really wrote a book." So that one just is just coming in now. But the consultant, it means so much going into schools or coaching, talking to students, teachers, staff, even the janitors, and and I'm trying to dissect the problems. And when I leave them, they have an answer that's not inside their circle, because they can have a regular conversation with their employees and it just stays there. But with someone outside that don't know them, don't work with them, and I'm giving them that information, and they hug me or they say, "I needed to hear this. Thank you, man. Where you been at all my life?" It's so it warms my heart because I know this is where God want me to be. The titles of going to speak or consulting and having that one-on-one, and someone being so vulnerable with you, and they're okay to be that vulnerable with you, that tells me that there's no money in the world that can match this feeling. This is what I'm being paid for. When someone says I'm putting down the cigarettes, the drugs, the alcohol, I'm gonna stop screaming at my kids, stop screaming at my spouse. I'm gonna look at my mornings a lot better. That's that's my payment. Do the work. That's what I always ask. That's all I want from anybody. Take my information, do the work.
Success. What is next for Lamar?
I am focusing on middle and high school. I want to get more. I want to focus more middle school, a little more than high school, because middle school, now you're in a stage where you want to start going outside. You feel like you're grown. You want to make decisions on your own. But then that's you're okay. That's fine. All right. I did the same thing. But I'm having conversations with you about leadership, making the right decisions, understanding the internal effect that you have and external effects that can cause from the type of friends you hang out, the type of things you're doing. Is that benefiting you? And as far as high school goes, I'm speaking to freshmen and seniors. What's the next step? Because everybody feels like I'm going to take a year off and I'm going to go to college. Well, what's that year for you? What does that year look like? Let's break it down. Everybody want to take a year off. Well, what does that year look like? I don't know. You're going to go get a job? Because 9 out of 10, you might get stuck there. Because they might start paying you some money. You say, forget college. So what does that year look like? So I'm face to face or virtual with the students, and I'm educating them, and I'm telling them experience. I dropped out of high school. I only needed 4 credits, but I was a knucklehead. I wanted to run around with my friends, but then I tell them, Michael, I went to go get my GED because I lied on my resume. I got my GED while I was getting my associates. I went from a D and an F student to being an A and B in college because I got away from my knuckleheaded friends. And then turn around, I didn't stop there because my mom didn't go to my graduation when I got my associates. She said, that's not enough. I need you to go further. So I went and got my bachelor's in business management. And she said, that's not enough. Go get your master's. Now, I didn't go that far. I had to go that far because I was like, Mom, come on, something gotta stop. But the point that I want students to know is that don't stop because you're not being told to do anything else now. In high school, those conversations kind of like die out, but you have a mission. Don't just stop at high school. Go get a degree. You don't know what you want to do with your life? Go to college. There's something there for you. Go get the information. And Mike, I tell people, don't just go to college to get a job. No, go to college, get the information to own your business, own the amount of school time and effort that you put in. Go be an owner, or do something that you truly love. So that's the next path Lamar's going on for 2024.
You got a lot going on, sir. A lot going on. Oh my word. And again, continue to write the vision to make it plain, because not only are you helping others, but you're helping yourself in the process and those around you. How can we find you on social media, and can we purchase your book yet?
Yes. So the book will be out in February. I did a soft launch last month. It was a great soft launch. It was perfect. But I wanted to do soft copies and hard copies. So my soft copies are actually in the mail. So I should have those very soon. But you can find me on all social media outlets at IamLamarWilson.com. I got lucky. I didn't have to put numbers after my name. I got lucky. So and if you just want to talk, or if you need me for anything, please email me, booklamarwilson@gmail.com. I'm always available.
Tap in, everybody. Tap in. He's the consultant you need, the speaker you need, and the author you need as well, Lamar Wilson. Thank you for being with us. We appreciate
Thank
it so
you.
much.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for taking out the time. I am a fan of yours. I tell you that all camera and all. I'm just truly motivated by you. I love positivity. I love it, and I love what you do. I truly do. It makes me want to be. I'm gonna just say, guys, I have your notification on social media, so when you are on there or you post a story, I know it gives me alert. That's how motivated I am when I see everything that you do.
Wow. Well, thank you. Thank you for the support. We appreciate it. Oh my word. Wow, you made my day. Don't go away. That's the moment. Are you looking for a show full of joy, comfort, and laughter? Well, watch The Michael Finkley Show, Mondays, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the CTR Media Network, YouTube, and all podcast platforms. Looking for some of the best soul food right here in Mullins, South Carolina? I promise you, come on down to Garden Alley.
Our grape salad's fabulous, our water gate, our potato salad, our chicken is fresh, macaroni and cheese is salted to perfection. I haven't found anything that's not great. Best ever.
Banana pudding, cakes, pies. Yeah. Selection is huge. Garden Alley is an awesome place to eat. I really love it.
Come by and see the amazing staff at Garden Alley, downtown Mullins. Next, Finkley. Southern country artist Bailey Marie is back, Fink fam, and she performs Monday,